Okay, we are live. Alright, okay. Hi guys, welcome back. This is episode 7. I checked this time.
Ooh, look at you.
I'm getting slightly better by doing the baseline responsibility for doing a YouTube video.
Preparation!
Woo!
Yeah, so as always, I'm your DM, Connor Mann. The background probably looks a bit different because I'm back at my dorm. With me as always is Sophie, Vinn, M, Ethan, and Finn.
Hi.
Funny looking at you pointing in all the ways because you're pointing at the completely wrong person for me. But,
yeah. It looks really cool the way I'm doing it on my screen.
It looks so cool for Connor. I know it looks weird for us, but it looks like so cool for Connor.
It does. It really does. And that's all that matters. That's all that really matters. But
featuring my new dice.
Yeah,
my new dice.
Those are so cool.
Unnatural one on Etsy. They're beautiful.
Oh my god, those are gorgeous
and sharp. If you were to step on this D4, it would draw blood.
Oh my god!
You could kill a man.
Swallow this.
Speaking of like merchandising and stuff, I had a dream a couple nights ago.
Oh.
Like we got big enough to have our own website and to start selling merch. And one of the things we had were these like little chibi plushes of all the shepherds. And
oh my god!
I remember logging onto the website one day to see that all the Nox plushies were sold out and nobody had bought any Fenkin plushies.
Wow.
No. I would buy them. I would buy the Fenkin plushies. I would buy them all. I would buy the whole stock.
Speaking of merchandise, you can now go on to D&D Beyond.
I can still see that happening. That is canon. That is completely canon.
No. I feel so
actually, I know somebody that could help me design merchandise.
Oh my god. Ooh. Yeah, well, let's design merchandise. Let's design
connections.
The show.
Yeah, merch for all.
It'll be for us, which
less than 20
down with
subscribers.
I made the logo so that it could be put on a t-shirt.
Yeah, you can make a t-shirt super easily. We can do that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to make a t-shirt. I'm going to send you guys all a t-shirt.
All right. So
also happy Easter.
Oh yeah, happy Easter. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
Yeah, Easter.
Does the Easter Bunny, do you think the Easter Bunny has an ovipositor?
Probably.
A what?
A what?
Ovipositor. It's a long fleshy tube in which eggs come out in most reptilian mammals.
Would that mean that the Easter Bunny has a cloaca?
Maybe.
I thought you meant like as a toy. I thought you meant like an ovipositor. What? You're not going to sit here and pretend like you don't think that ovipositor sex toys exist. Like, we're not going to have that conversation, right?
They do. I've seen.
Of course they do. Of course they do. There's like entire websites where you can get stuff like that, like whole section, like ovipositor sections.
And this has been episode 7 of Dice.
And with that,
we'll see you next weekend.
Or you're never going to get monetized for this kind of content.
This video is not safe for work.
Yeah. We'll age restrict this video for ovipositor talk.
I mean, I knew Vinn is a member of the Dice Dogs, so I kind of already have it age restricted, but just to be safe.
Our newest sponsor, Raid Shadow Legend.
every fucking.
Oh, Fenkin here.
Yay!
Hi, Finn.
Hey, Ben.
Hi.
That's other Finn. It's just other Finn.
Yes, we have a guest joining us to listen.
Yeah, we have a new official member of the Dice Dogs who is also named Finn, so I get to deal with Vinn, Finn, and Finn.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Somehow.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
I'll just start calling Finn, who plays Opportunity Nox. You'll be Slagathor from now on.
Okay.
So we can all start with numbers, like Sophie, who's also called 6. We can just all be numbers.
Eagle 1.
I want to be 4.
Eagle 1, Eagle 2, happened once in a dream.
Yeah.
They've done that.
Yeah, but Sophie would have to be my number 1.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
get
Gross.
out.
I'm the DM. I can't get out. You don't have a game without me.
Anyway, where we last left off.
Right. Right. Speaking of games, we have a game on. So let's go ahead and get started. So, where we last left off on Dice Talks was with an investigation into a murder that took place in the city of Zadash. A headless body was found of a local store. Excuse me. Was found of a local store owner. While my gastrointestinal system goes to war with itself. But yes, and the shepherds were tasked by the captain of the garden Zadash to help with the investigation, with the reward, with a monetary reward, and also the reward of a travel ban for them being lifted earlier on. So, as I remember, Nox went off to go talk to a suspect. So did Ozla and Gesh, and Dhuur'in. I keep forgetting Dhuur'in's name for some reason. He's like the most standout character here, and I keep forgetting his name. Dhuur'in and Fenkin both went off to speak to another suspect, and that suspect turned out to be something of a handful, especially after he stabbed Fenkin in the chest over and over. But like the action hero he is, Dhuur'in was able to snipe him out of the sky. And yeah, that's where we left off. Some Crown's Guard showed up to see what was going on. So we're going to be doing kind of like a movie magic time skip here, an hour.
Wait. Did you forget about Gesh's?
I was about to say, Gesh.
What?
Fucking Sonic the Hedgehog.
Gesh's
crossing like 80 feet in the span of a single second.
So
and then just took the guy.
So
down.
So Gesh, as a monk, has an ability called key points, and he can use key points to do certain things. And one of those things is to take the dash action as a bonus action. And if you don't know, the dash action essentially doubles your speed for a turn. And his speed was 40, so then it was 80. So in literal seconds, he moved 80 feet. And if we ever have animatics done of this show, I desperately want somebody to like play that one song moving around at the speed of sound over like a walk cycle of Gesh just going.
That's probably the scariest thing anyone's ever seen. Is a 7-foot tall blue
giant lizard man.
Dragonborn.
Lightning.
I will ask this, Ethan, as the master of Gesh's canon.
Yeah.
Did he Naruto?
Please.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
What other kind of one are you gonna do? You know.
Oh, that's perfect. Oh, that's.
It's aerodynamic.
That's great.
Yeah. That's how they beat to Area 51, guys.
We can't hear you, Vinn.
The Discord keeps cutting out, and I didn't hear the answer. Did he Naruto run?
Yes, he Naruto.
Yes.
Yes.
So, as the game begins today, you guys find yourselves an hour later, in kind of a dormitory for the Crown's Guard, kind of a sleeping area, for the Crown's Guard themselves. It's not as heavily fortified as, say, a jail, but since they weren't anywhere near like one of the jail houses, they had to kind of improvise. And so they kind of cleared out one of the back rooms, and they kind of set a table up. But right now, you guys are sort of kind of waiting in the lobby area in a waiting room on a set of benches. Fenkin, you have been tended to by some of the medics. You've gotten all patched up. So if you want to heal up to your full points, you can. If you haven't already done that. Unfortunately, though, while you were being taken care of, you kind of mouthed off to one of the guards, and he accidentally bandaged your mouth shut. So.
Oh no.
Connor does not like Fenkin.
How tragic.
So in the aftermath of this, in the aftermath of this battle, I'm assuming that Dhuur'in and Fenkin have been kind of explained to the rest of the shepherds what took place.
But not Fenkin.
more Dhuur'in.
Yeah.
More Dhuur'in.
Can I assume that he's wrapped up like a mummy and sort of wriggling angrily in place? With a worm, like.
But as you guys are waiting, the red tiefling captain of the guard that you've come to know very well, despite never asking him his name, he eventually comes out of the back room, kind of rubbing his eyes. You can tell it's been a very long day for him, and as he comes out, he rubs the back of his head and he looks at Dhuur'in and Fenkin and says, "Well, you healed up pretty well, didn't you?" And then his eyes dripped over to Fenkin and he's like, "I thought it was just a chest problem that he had."
No one knows what to do.
I think it's better this way, to be honest.
Can I say that Oz is like behind Fenkin trying to like rip it off, but she can't get it, so she's just hanging off the back of his bandage and pulling it.
Kind of watching this display, and I assume kind of like with the thought in mind of like, these are the people that I hired to help me with the investigation. He just kind of like slowly unclips the dagger that he has on his belt and tosses it to you, Ozla. So you can like, or whatever. But as you get Fenkin situated there, he's still kind of rubbing his eyes and he eventually says, "All right, well, so you're saying that the man that we have in the back is the one that stabbed you, Mr. Fenkin?"
Did you say Miss Fenkin?
Mister, I said Mister.
Fenkin!
You know what? You know what? No, I am going to say that he said Miss. I am going to say that he said Miss.
He's not pretty!
Aww.
Okay.
Boy.
So as he's being freed by Ozla, sort of brushing the bandages off his face, very angry, very grumpy, telling her to watch it with a knife because she came a little close to nicking his beautiful face. He then snaps around and glares straight at the person addressing him, noticing the misgendering. Opens his mouth, closes it, as if he is completely baffled because he's never dealt with that situation before. And then he just is quiet for a while, and then he gestures to himself, and it's like, obviously.
All right. Well, if that's the case, then I think we might have our killer. If you want, you can come examine the body. And he kind of turns, kind of like nodding at you guys to follow. And he heads down the hall.
Following. Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Following too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So as you guys get up to follow him down down into the bowels of the dormitory, you kind of see some more guards kind of walking back and forth, kind of in a more casual situation because this is kind of the place that they put their boots up, so to speak. They might not live here, but this is kind of a place for them to hang out and like take a load off between shifts and all that. So the energy here is, while it's very heavily guarded, pun very much intended, there's kind of like a sense of calmness, despite the fact that there are a few whispers of you do hear a few whispers pertaining to the body that was just dragged in a few minutes ago. And you also get kind of a few stares, especially you, Dhuur'in. Some of the guards kind of tense up as you walk by. And as soon as you walk by, they also see Ozla walk by. So it's kind of like, it kind of looks a bit like this, just... And then Gesh walks by, and it's like... And then Nox walks by, and it's like... No.
Stop! I'm gonna leave!
But eventually you are brought back to kind of a small, like, about 10 by 10 room, thereabouts. And in the room, there is on the table, on a kind of an improvised table, there's a cloth that's thrown over kind of like a very long humanoid-looking figure. It's completely covered, but you can tell there's something under it. And there's also the captain of the guard who's standing over the body with his arms on the table. And there's 2 other guards kind of flanking him. There's a dwarf, and there is also a drow that you guys will recognize as Galevok from the God, what was it? King's Hall, from the King's Hall. And as you guys walk in, Galevok kind of gives you Dhuur'in a nod, and also Vinn, there's a cat in the background, and I want to see it.
It's Cora.
I don't.
Cora!
I'm so sorry to get distracted.
Wee baby.
I just saw it out of the corner of my eye, and now I need to see it.
I'll try to pick her up. She doesn't like it, but I'll try.
Is she getting better?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, she sat in Vinn's lap for a while, didn't she? Baby step.
I like to think that we get all these cats on the show because of Nox. Oh!
Oh, she looks so unhappy. Oh, she looks so unhappy.
Chubby baby.
Oh.
She's bad.
Anyway,
Big girl.
God damn. Thank you, Vinn. Anyway, so Galevok kind of nods and smiles a bit to you, Dhuur'in, and as you guys step in, the captain of the guard looks to both Fenkin and Dhuur'in and says, "All right, I'm going to take the sheet off, but it's not pretty. So anybody who gets a little squeamish, I suggest you step outside."
Everyone pointedly looks at Fenkin.
Fenkin takes a step back behind Dhuur'in and visibly shudders at the mere remembrance of what that humanoid thing did to him.
Oh, God. Okay. So with that, he kind of like nods at everybody and brings his hand down to the cloth and very gently peels it back until he's able to pull it away without disturbing the body too much. And what lays before you is very much the gaunt and pale creature that you guys fought last game, and up close it's even worse to look at, especially now that it's in the light. You can see just how skinny that this thing is. Its stomach is completely concave. You can count the ribs as they press up from the flesh. And it seems like the skin in between the bones of the arms and the legs is just gone. That's how skinny this creature is. It's long, gangly, and absolutely horrific. In fact, the only human thing that appears to be on this creature is the head. And with the bag pulled away, it's just a normal human face of what seems to be what once was a kindly old man. He's even still wearing his glasses.
Beatles?
Oh.
And by the way, on the table, I forgot to mention this, there's also the bag that it was wearing as a mask and the pair of silver scissors. And as the captain kind of watches each of your expressions, he steps back and crosses his arms and he says, "Now, even though we found the killer, we still got a problem. Judging by the face, this is Neil Van Capter. But here's the problem. Neil Van Capter was 4 feet 8 inches, and he was about 200 pounds.
You son of a bitch."
Fenkin mutters under his breath, "Who's the skinny one now, bitch?"
Oh, God. Can I,
who's been staring very adamantly at the body, I'm assuming he told the previous guards that there was another body in the threaded needle.
Yeah.
So he'll say, "He may be stealing their faces."
The guard kind of freezes, and he's like, "Fucking excuse me."
He's just like,
Dhuur'in's just gonna leave it at that.
Just staring at the guards, like, "I'm done now."
the captain blinks and he's like, well, if he was stealing faces, he's not doing it much more anymore. And he kind of shakes the body. Dead as a whistle.
Ugly bastard.
I just don't understand what could do something to a man like that. I mean, Neil was a crotchety old bastard, sure, but that's the thing, he was crotchety, he was old. Had to call a Crown's Guard every now and then to help him unload his shipments.
Fenkin sort of peeks out from behind Dhuur'in and addresses him and goes, perhaps we should do a more thorough investigation of the home of this killer.
That sounds about right. In any case, though, I only asked you to find the killer, and you've done that. So, if you want to go ahead and wait outside for your payment, I'll be right out with the paperwork. Hey, you two, and he points at the dwarf and Yelvok. Get cleaned up in here, and I'll come help in a few minutes. And they both nod. And as the dwarf kind of takes the cloth and covers up the body, the captain of the guard ushers you guys out, and you watch as Yelvok also takes up the scissors and the bag. Why did I forget the word bag? And the door is closed behind you as he takes you guys back out into the waiting room.
Fenkin is lightly holding onto Dhuur'in's robe as he's walking. Trying not to touch him too much, but just holding onto the fabric just for the smallest bit of contact.
Oh, baby.
Bonding.
It was not that bad.
Look who's talking. Were you stabbed 1 billion times in the chest? I think not. I'll shut up and keep walking.
I have been.
What did you say?
You said I have been. Nox is hearing this, choosing to ignore it for now. She glances at the guard. They're being escorted by the captain.
Yeah, the red tiefling.
Okay. Yeah, she glances at him as they walk, and she looks not as disturbed as she probably should be for how creepy this is. She just kind of looks more interested, like she, just wants to know what's going on here. And she looks at him and she says, did they ever find any of the heads of the other victims?
Well, a couple of them turned up a couple days ago. I know we found the halfling's head. Well, we found half of it at least.
What about this most recent victim?
Still looking for it, unfortunately. We tried looking for the last spot that we found the most recent head, but nothing's turned up. We tried looking at similar spots, but we found nothing from there either.
It is curious to remove the head of a body. Usually you would do that to prevent identification, but obviously that didn't prevent anyone from knowing who this most recent victim was. So perhaps there is another use of the heads. She just kind of glances back over her shoulder at the door suspiciously.
I suppose you're right, but some people are just fucked.
That is true.
All right, and eventually he leads you over to a desk at the lobby, and he says, all right, have a seat. I just need to, before I get your travel bans lifted and before I get your gold, I need you to fill out some papers. And he reaches under his desk, and a huge stack of papers comes out, and he puts it on the desk. And he's like,
horrible.
That one's for Mrs. Ozla.
Oh,
this
Christ.
one's for Mr. Gesh. Mrs. Fenkin, this one's for you. And this one is like double the size of the paper stack that Gesh and Ozla got. He pulls out another really big stack for Nox, and he kind of like rummages around and he's like, oh yeah, here we go. And he finds like a piece of paper and holds it out to Dhuur'in.
Nox eyes the stack of paper, and then she looks very put out, and then she says, oh, sir, I understand this is necessary, but I have the carpal tunnel. Could I perhaps get somebody to assist me in the writing process?
He opens his mouth to answer, probably to say no. But before you guys hear that, a blood-curdling scream rips through the entire building.
No.
I knew it!
Oh no!
And the captain's head whips around towards the hall, where the sound was coming from. And suddenly there's just this like big clamor of shouting and hooting, and he gets up from his desk, knocking the chair behind him, and he turns the corner, runs down the hall back towards the room that you guys just came out of.
I'm coming.
Fenkin reluctantly.
I don't know how to write anyway.
I thought you were gonna say. I thought you were gonna say Dhuur'in takes a moment to like light all the papers on fire and then just.
No, he can barely read as is. He's gone.
Nox is gonna just like push all of her papers onto the floor, like, oh no! In the clamor, they got scattered.
They got scattered. Oh my god. Okay, so as you guys follow the captain and charge back into the hallway, you kind of dodge some more confused guards as people are running back and forth. But eventually, the captain rips open the door that the improvised autopsy room was, and you can see that it's a total mess. The table has been upended, and the gaunt body is still on the floor, kind of like hanging off of one side of the table. But there is just blood everywhere. It's been spattered all over the walls in these big gouts and arcs. And as you guys scan the room, you see the dwarf guard clutching his neck in the corner of the room as blood spurts out between his fingers. And above that is the window to the room, and you can see that the glass has been completely shattered.
Is the drow in the room?
The drow is not in the room.
Nox. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say Nox is gonna probably make her way over to the guard at first, and actually, can I heal him? Can I use Cure Wounds?
You absolutely can. You absolutely can. And
okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and give you a inspiration for that too.
Oh, yay! All right, I'm gonna cast. Do you want me to actually do a roll, or does it not matter?
Give me a roll. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I can use my die. Okay. How do I do this? I forget. Okay, so it's a D20 plus 6.
Cure Wounds is one of those spells that like you don't have to roll to hit because it's not an attack. It's just one of those things that you can do. So, just whatever it says on the text for Cure Wounds, just go ahead and do that.
All right, give me 1 second because I didn't have that pulled up already.
No
it's
problem.
a 1d8. Okay.
No
plus
problem.
your spellcasting modifier. Okay. Which is 4. Okay. So, which of these bad boys is a 1d8?
The one with the 8.
Here it is. Thanks.
I'm helping.
All right, well, that was a 1, but there's a plus 4, so he gets 5 hit points.
Okay. And how are you casting this? Because like, you are a bard, so like.
She is gonna kind of run up. She was probably like in the midst of pulling out her bow, but when she sees that this is not an active scene of violence, but instead the aftermath of something pretty awful, she puts her bow away. She kind of assesses the situation quickly, and then she runs over to the injured guard, and she kind of puts both of her paws on his shoulders really quickly, and you can just kind of hear, like, she's a little bit like frantic because she's wanting to do this quickly so that she can ask him what the fuck happened and like where the other guard is. But she puts her hands on his shoulders and she kind of hums this very like kind of low little oh sorry
from Tangle.
Yeah, exactly. She hums a little melody under her breath, a very low reedy kind of melody. And as she does, her paws kind of warm up and the magic starts to work, healing him 5 beautiful, beautiful hit points.
So, for those of you who don't know, bards get their magic from the music and the art they create because basically they're harnessing the magic of the same kind of magic of creation that the gods use to birth the world. That just the idea of that creation brings them their magic, and so you watch as basically Nox is able to sing reality into how she sees fit in this small space, and as this happens, her paws glow, and you watch as she lifts away the dwarf's massive hand as the blood spurts out, and the wound very slowly begins to close and seal up to the point where there's not even a scar. And despite the fact that he's not bleeding anymore, he is still very white in the face and panting very, very heavily. He's just like,
yeah.
Thank you.
Understandable. As he starts to kind of heal up a little bit and take some breaths, she looks at him very urgently and she says, "Where is the other guard?"
He looks up and he says very weakly, "Gilvok, that fucking mushroom muncher stabbed me in the fucking neck, and then he broke through the fucking window."
Oh, racism. She looks perturbed at this. She glances back over her shoulder. I assume, can she see that the scissors are gone?
Make an investigation check.
Okay. Oh God, I have no intelligence.
She's suddenly blind.
Yeah, right? Okay. Where's my D20? Where are you, D20? Where are you, buddy? Where you are?
D20.
Okay. That is a 15.
That's good.
Yeah.
So not only are the scissors missing, but so is the bag as well. And as you look up towards the window, you see that there's a tattered piece of the Crownsguard tabard stuck to one of the broken pieces of glass, as well as a smattering of blood.
Oh.
And as this happened, the captain runs over and grabs the dwarf to kind of look at his neck, and you can see like there's a lot of concern in his eyes. This is clearly a man like, despite worn down by years of service, who still very cares very much about the men under his service. And he kind of looks at all you guys and is like, "Don't just fucking stand there."
I'm going out the window.
There's probably a door.
Question: did you say the body of the tall man is still there?
The body of the tall man is still there. Yes.
Can I go up to it and inspect it?
Is the head still there?
So
I'm just ignoring this guard and then just like I want to peek at the body.
Dhuur'in's trying to like clamber out the window.
So as Dhuur'in Scott Pilgrim's out the window, if you know what scene I'm talking about.
Oh my god!
That we'll say this is both happening at the same time, but we'll go one at a time. Fenkin, what exactly are you doing again?
Fenkin's the one holding the door shut, like, he just left.
Fenkin would like to at least lean over and take a peek at the body to see if anything has changed with it.
Okay. Yeah, roll me an investigation check.
Yes.
Oh my god.
You know what? He just left.
This second, I'm looking for that gift.
14.
Okay. So as you look over the body, nothing's really changed about it except for the fact that it's like on the floor now.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's changed adjacency.
Like so many cups that have been met by an opportunity knocks. It is now on the floor. And back to Dhuur'in. So Dhuur'in, how are you climbing out, or are you seriously going to try to like leap through the window?
Jump on the table and jump out the window.
What
How high up? How high up off the ground is the window? Is it like a window or a window?
It's like a window. It's like it's a good sized and like it's chest height.
All right, yeah,
Okay.
I'm hoisting my way out.
Oh, yeah.
Army crawl up, and I'm gone. I'm looking for footprints.
Give me a dex check to see if you cut yourself on glass.
Five.
Okay, so
Take 1d4 damage.
I'll take it.
you do pretty well getting out of the window until like you take one step onto the windowsill and you hear like as like a piece of glass kind of like goes through your shoe and you're just kind of cursing undercommon as you tumble out. It's not a very big glass piece. You're able to pull it out just fine, but as you fall out very ungracefully onto the white flagstone of Zadash, people kind of like carrying groceries are just like, what the fuck? And but you hear another scream, and as you look up, you look down the street, right? And right down there, about 100 feet away, you see a fleeing Crown's Guard with a shock of white hair. And you also see the glint of a pair of scissors in his left hand.
Do I want to risk an Eldritch Blast? Its reach is like 120.
You might kill him.
They're all still again.
What?
Eldritch Blast goes really, really fucking far.
Further than Gesh can run.
If you want to, you'll be making it with disadvantage because there's a lot of people around.
Well, I'll move my full move speed to get close enough. I think what's my move speed?
It's 30, isn't it?
30.
30 for most of us, yeah.
It's not exactly an 80, is it?
20.
Well, sorry.
We can't all be giant lizard monks.
By the way,
We wish we were.
By the way, is everybody else following Dhuur'in as he crawled out of the window?
Do we all have to do dexterity checks?
Nox is going to leave out the door like a normal person. But yes.
That didn't take enough time. All right, I'm rolling with disadvantage.
All right. I'm nervous. You might kill someone else.
Some poor little gnome lady.
It's like blast.
Well, this is how Kubo dies.
No!
Oh my god!
So with disadvantage, it's 13.
13. Okay. So you are able to hit him, but it doesn't seem to like do the same amount of damage that like a more effective Eldritch Blast would do. In fact, as the spell kind of is cast out and travels across the road, it kind of like nicks him on the shoulder, and there's kind of like a small explosion of Eldritch energy, and he kind of whips around, and even from the distance that he is away, you can see his eyes glowing a fiery red as he snarls at you, and he turns around and he runs. And as everybody comes out to see what all the fuss is about, we can finally initiate the chase. And I am going to teach you how a chase works in D&D 5e because they actually have rules written out for this. It actually works. Okay. It actually works similarly to how a combat system works, where everybody kind of takes turns. Only this time, the main objective, instead of killing somebody, if you want to, is to try to catch up with them and catch them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
Just like a board game.
What's that?
Almost. It's when you roll and then you take a couple steps.
Well, don't forget. You can also take that dash action. But yeah, right now, after the Eldritch Blast, Galebach
terrifies the crowd.
Yeah. Yeah. After that spell, people are kind of like running all around, and it's a little harder to see Galebach, but you can see him. He's making his way towards a corner that he's about to turn, and he's about 120 feet away. So let's go ahead and roll initiative to see how everybody fares.
Also, Vinn, you're closer for me.
This is just a regular initiative check?
Just a regular initiative check, yeah.
Okay.
Initiative.
18 for Nox.
21 for Ozla.
Ooh, Ozla.
Fucking hell. The
Yes,
slowest of
girl.
the bunch.
She's ready to go. Maybe she
25 speed.
can we say that like Gesh like threw her for for like 10 feet, and that's how she got a head start.
Well, I mean, I thought.
You destroyed him!
The rulebook doesn't say anything about this.
Let me get the order written down first, so hang on.
Okay.
Right.
We'll figure out the throwing
God.
later.
Oh God, I hate this group. I don't.
No, you don't.
I really don't. I love this group more than life itself.
It's okay. We know we're terrible. So.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Gesh, what'd you get?
A 9.
Ozla, what'd you get?
He was busy throwing.
How does this work?
What'd you get, Ozla?
21!
Nox, what did you get?
18.
Okay. Fenkin, what'd you get?
20.
Okay.
Damn.
Right behind me.
Dhuur'in, what'd you get?
As usual.
11.
11. Okay.
Oh my god.
So Jordan and Gesh were not paying attention.
I hit him!
So, Ozla, it's your turn to make your move. You just, you see Galevok running down the street with a pair of bloody scissors, and it's time to give chase. So, what do?
I don't know. How do you do the chase?
Well, you can start running after him. For example, you can say you move your regular movement speed, or you can take the dash action, which doubles your speed, and you can try to catch up to him.
Dash action then. How do I do that?
What's your speed right now?
25.
Okay, so you move 50 feet.
Okay.
All right.
Nice.
Do I roll?
You don't roll anything, actually. Yeah, so you're able to actually, like, with a roar of halfling might, you're able to close the distance like halfway through, and as you start charging down the street, people are like suddenly more scared of you than they are of like the scissors wielding maniac, because you're a very small halfling with a very big hammer roaring down the street.
Highhill.
And even Galevok looks back and kind of like sees you and starts running faster.
Shit.
But taking the dash action does take up your entire move, so now it is Fenkin's turn right after that.
DM, question.
So,
how far reach does the longbow have?
that's a good question. Let's have a look. Longbow 5e. It has a range of 150 feet.
Can I reach him?
You gotta roll disadvantage because there's a lot of people around and you might stick someone.
Also, this is how Kubo
Are
died.
you confident?
But if I choose to give chase, I have another action?
Yeah, as long as you don't take the dash action, you can move and shoot.
But then I want to do that. I want to
Okay.
close the distance a little bit and then shoot.
Okay, what's your speed?
Let me check. 30.
30? Oh yeah, fucking elves, man. So, you're able to follow behind Ozla, and you are able to close the distance enough so you don't impose disadvantage. You got a pretty good shot of him without without pinning one of the civilians. So you want to go ahead and take your an attack roll?
Yes. Can I aim for a specific location?
Let's see how well you roll.
Okay.
gets a nat 20 and the arrow just zigzags through people.
Yeah.
It like phases through Ozla's head and hits the guy.
Yeah, but wait, attack roll, was that also a 20?
Mm-hmm.
Attack roll, was that a d20?
That's going to be a
Yes.
d20 plus your proficiency bonus.
Okay.
I actually have the instructions for that pinned in general. If you want to take a look at that.
Oh yeah, you do. Wait, do you?
Pinned where? In
Campaign question.
Pinned in campaign question. My bad.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, so it's your proficiency bonus, and then for your bow, it should be your dex modifier.
Yeah.
But what is my proficiency?
2.
Right now.
Alright.
Yeah.
Oh, I found it. Sorry, it's been a while.
No, you're fine.
Finn, have you got M's character sheet up again to help her find it?
Oh, I should. Hold on.
What?
Yeah,
What did you get?
19.
19. Okay.
Oh.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
Yes.
Legolas up in this bitch.
Right?
Up in this bitch.
Sliding down them stairs on a shield.
Oh yeah.
10.
10. All right. God
Jesus.
Fucking hell!
Okay.
So what for checks?
Want to go downhill from here?
So, as you loose your arrow, Ozla, you feel your hair kind of brush a bit as the arrow past your ear, and you watch as it sails across the road and finally slams home in the back of Galebach's other shoulder, and he kind of growls in pain and kind of stumbles a bit. And with that, it is Fenkin Nox's turn.
All right. So he's still running.
He's still running, and you see
Okay.
2 of your friends take off after him.
All right. I'm going to run after him as well. I'm going to use feline agility. When you move in combat, you can double your speed until the end of your turn. So I'm going to... My speed is 30, so I'm going to fucking book it for 60 feet after him. And then, so if I'm reading this correctly, that was just my movement, so I still have an action?
Yeah, because of feline agility, yeah.
Right, because it's an ability. Okay. So, about how far do you think I am from him now?
What's your total move?
60 feet.
60 feet. Hang on, let me do math. I'm bad at like the reverse thing, the reverse addition.
That's fair.
So yeah, okay.
Hang on, I gotta start over now. Sorry, hang on. I could do this.
I believe in you.
You're about 90 feet away now.
I'm about 90 feet away. Okay. Oh, damn it. Okay. Well, never mind. That's not going to work. Okay. Okay.
Can you buff
Damn.
us?
All right. Well, what I was going to do was I was going to use Mage Hand to try to grab him, but I'm not close enough, so I can't do that.
Don't forget, you've got your Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah,
I
can you
do.
buff one of us.
I mean, I still
can't.
have one step of the wind I can use, so.
That is also true. Who is after me in the turn order?
That is going to be Gesh. No, that's going to be
Okay.
Dhuur'in. My bad. That's Dhuur'in.
Dhuur'in.
Gesh is at the very bottom.
Um,
Sorry, Gesh.
Oh.
Jordan.
Okay. Is using a bardic inspiration, is that my action?
That's a bonus action, actually.
Okay. All right. So as my action, I think I'm going to.
Well, you can also wait. Feline agility. Does it let you? Does it say bonus action anywhere in feline agility?
It says when you move on your turn in combat, you can double your speed.
Yeah, that's fine then. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So as my action, I think I'm also going to shoot an arrow, and if it so pleases the court, and if my roll is good enough, I would like to specifically aim for his leg because I want to slow him down. But if my roll sucks, then that doesn't matter. So let's see. So I'm gonna roll to hit him with an arrow.
Since you're aiming at a specific thing, I'm adding +5 to his AC for this attack.
That's fair. Okay. What's my fucking +5? I think. Is that what it is? Yeah, +5. Okay. Big money, no whammies.
Well, good.
2.
Nope.
Or that's a 7 total. Sorry.
No.
But I missed. So whoops.
No.
So I miss.
You fire the
Wait,
arrow,
sorry, go ahead.
and it looks like it was about to hit his leg, but like the timing was off, and he lifts his leg as he runs, and the arrow kind of like spring off the ground.
Pierces the ground. Nox swears, and then as a bonus action, I want to give a bardic inspiration die to Dhuur'in to use as he sees fit. Which I'm going to she's going to manifest by I assume she's like still running, and Dhuur'in is probably starting to move behind her. She's just gonna kind of like, after she sees her arrow fail, she's gonna like turn around and face him and basically just like yell at him like, "Dark One, that is one of yours. You have to go get him." And kind of like gesture aggressively at him, or at the fleeing drow who's after him, and say, "I don't think he is in his right mind. You have to be the one to help him." And you have a bardic inspiration die now.
Yeah. What die does he have now? What extra die?
So that is I think that's a D6. Let me double check.
Also, round of applause for Nox's first ever bardic inspiration.
Yay!
I got her first one. She gave me one.
Yeah. I gave Dhuur'in one
And
once.
plus the
Right.
second one.
It's only
Second one ever.
Let me check. Yeah, let me check to see what that. Where is it?
Isn't it an extra D6 to my damage if I hit?
It's a D6. It can't be your damage roll. It can be it's a D6 to an ability check or an attack roll. So whatever you want to use it for, basically, not a damage roll, but anything else, pretty much.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, it's a 1d6. So you have that now. And you don't have to use that right away either. You can use it, I think, whenever you want, basically.
And Dhuur'in, as your party's bard, that's weirdly hard to say.
Party's bard.
As the bard of the party, there we go, shouts at you, you feel the words kind of cut into you, and there's a sense of like guilt and responsibility that comes with the words. And now you have your inspiration based off of that.
Trip.
It's your turn.
Great. So I know I got a head start on the party. So how far away am I now?
You did have a head start on the party. I'm going to go ahead and say that you're 100 feet away, where you were previously about 120, 150 feet away. So what do you want to do?
I will move up my move speed, and I want to try to... my move speed is 30.
30? Okay.
And I will try to hit him again with an Eldritch Blast, and I will use the Bardic Inspiration on my attack roll.
Okay. And I'm no longer imposing disadvantage because you are close enough and enough people have cleared away at this point for you to get like a clear shot.
Smart. It's a 13 before Bardic Inspiration. Where's my D6? $16.
Oh, that just hits. That just hits. So go ahead and roll your damage.
$14 damage.
14.
Oh, Christ.
Really?
I add +6 to my damage rolls.
Fucking warlocks, man. God damn it.
Can I briefly say the flavor text that I really love here, which is that Nox said, he is out of his mind. You need to be the one to help him. And Dhuur'in was like, "You're right. I'm gonna blow up his head."
I want to get him down. I want to make him prone so I can go climb on top of him.
I have a new fanfic in mind after that, but with
Oh my god.
that said,
Damn it.
curling the arcane energy in your hand, you let loose the bolt, and it sings past your party mates and slams directly into Galevok. This time, taking him more by surprise than even the previous arrow did, and it actually knocks him to the ground, and he rolls a bit before like kind of getting back up to his feet and like kind of stumbling away. Gesh, you're up next, buddy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I need to going to process something first. So you know how Step of the Wind is a bonus action, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Can you use a dash after a dash? Or if I use this action and then
Going
dash
160
forward
feet.
again, is that the thing?
Unfortunately, that's not how it works. But no. But
Okay.
But I do like the opportunistic thinking there. I do appreciate a good tactical plan.
Okay. Yeah, because I had this idea in my head that I was just gonna do double dash and just outpace him. But no, that's not happening.
Flash steps in front of you.
Teleports behind you.
So yeah, as I'm gonna use that bonus action, Step of the Wind, and blast forward 80 feet. So how far away would he be now then?
Okay, so through your monk training that you received in Amon in the Temple of the Changing Wind, you take a breath and you can kind of feel the ki washing through you. You feel the inner doors open, and when you exhale and your eyes open, you burst off of the ground enough to actually make the flagstone crack, and you guys watch as a huge Dragonborn, faster than any animal you've ever seen, just blurs past you. And that puts you... Let me do more math here. Thank you for making me do fucking math.
You did this to yourself.
You did.
Yeah, you did technically use yourself. So
You are 60 feet away, my friend.
Oh, okay. I have thoughts.
Throw something.
Hey, Ethan.
Yeah.
What's the range of your lightning breath?
I don't know.
Not a problem.
Well, don't kill him.
Just singe him a little.
It's a lot
Just
of
lightning him a little bit.
Slow roasting.
Just a light lightning cooking.
just a light zap.
A lightning cooking. I'll go home. I'll.
Bye.
Okay.
It's okay.
Oh, damn it! It's 30 feet.
No!
Oh.
Ah, shit. Okay. So, All right. You think? I don't know if it's more viable to throw a dart or to just like heave the quarterstaff at him or something.
Chuck him under his feet. Trip him.
You want to spear the quarterstaff?
I guess I could try at the feet. Yeah.
You know what? I'll allow it. Roll your attack. I'm not even gonna impose disadvantage because the idea of him like full sprinting and then like fucking Olympic javelining this quarterstaff is too fucking cool.
Rules. That rules.
That's too fucking awesome.
Trip him with it. Hit his feet.
I love the idea of Gesh just being this overall quiet in the background character, but as soon as there's like a battle or something, he just blows everyone away every time.
Monks, man. Fucking
Silent
monks.
but deadly.
That's why Gesh and Dhuur'in would make a good couple.
Oh my god.
Okay, so the weapon is. Wait, no, just a minute.
You're not making a weapon attack yet. You're just rolling like a regular attack. So that's gonna be.
So would I still add proficiency then?
Yeah, you still add proficiency because this is your quarterstaff. You know, like if you were throwing something that you didn't know how to throw, like a chair, then I would be like, yeah, no, you don't get to use proficiency. But because this is your staff, yeah, you can use.
Right. So that's a 19.
Oh
shit.
Oh.
Okay, so
You just nail him through the ankle.
That is absolutely going to hit. Roll your damage. And for a thrown quarterstaff, I'm gonna say. Hang on.
With a lot of fucking power behind it.
Yeah, let me see if I can for this.
Jesus.
Just a second.
1d6 plus your strength.
Get him in the Achilles heel.
I want it to
straight through the leg.
Wedge between his knees and then bong.
Oh!
He tries to run.
That would be so much fun.
So that's it's so rarely am I at a loss for words. I didn't plan for this, so I'm gonna say 1d6.
Okay. That's
plus your strength or your dex.
Okay. Which one is? Do I just pick other one or?
You get to choose, my boy.
Oh.
Whichever one's better.
It's a 6.
Okay. Plus is that with your modifier?
Yeah, that's with my modifier.
Okay. So you hurl your staff in this what I can only imagine is the coolest thing ever. Just
most Herculean, yeah.
Yeah, you know how in the Olympics they take those big long strides before you this is a huge 7-foot tall dragon man doing this. And I'm gonna need Vinn to draw this.
Rules.
But
that rules. So good.
And the ferrule of the staff actually makes contact on the back of Galevok's neck. And he does that anime thing where he lets out a cough and there's spittle that flies out.
Yeah.
And finally he stops and he turns around and he's fucking pissed. And now it's his turn.
Kirby's fucking pissed.
And the closest thing to him is Gesh.
Ooh.
Get him, Gesh.
Get him. Stick him.
Gesh, what's your AC, by the way?
It's not me for once.
15.
Really?
Yeah, 15.
That's not half bad for a monk.
Yeah, actually.
Better than mine.
It's better than mine.
What's yours?
I don't have an AC. I'm the DM.
I wasn't. Shut up.
Mine's 12.
Mine's 14.
Aww. Mine's also 14.
Oh.
Monk has the best armor class.
No,
Squishy babies.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Barbarian. Yeah. That would do it.
Okay, so Gesh.
Yes.
You watch as Galevok turns around to stare directly at you. You blink, and he's right in front of you.
Uh-oh.
Gotcha.
The scissors raise up high and plunge down into your shoulder, and you take 7 damage.
Oh, fuck.
Oh. Christ.
And then he attacks again.
Oh,
What? Oh, fuck.
And you take 4 damage.
Like,
oh, God.
Gesh, how you doing, buddy?
I'm on 4 hit points.
Oh, my God.
And as he's stabbing into your shoulder, he reaches up and his drow hand kind of graces your cheek and pulls you closer, and you hear, tall man, knocking on the door."
Oh God. Oh God. Christ Jesus.
The good news is he stopped running now. But
Yeah.
Ozla,
Hi.
you see Galebok suddenly leap onto Gesh and start stabbing and stabbing and stabbing. Is that enough to trigger a rage?
It is.
All right, so go ahead and take your turn. What are you doing?
Here we go.
As Ozla runs up to him and sees it, she's gonna take out her hammer and she's gonna try like you bat a fly off. She's gonna try and smack him off of Gesh with her hammer.
All right, and are you raging or
raging? Yeah.
Okay, so I know you said there were like special notes for how you rage. So do you want to describe what happens?
So Ozla's rage isn't. It's not like, you know, when you see a typical barbarian and they're just like rah, immediately angry. Ozla's comes really slow and it bubbles up out of her skin and like sea foam. And you can see it. And as it comes up to her face, it seems to go up into her eyes and her eyes go white. But milky white, like she's been drowned. And as it reaches her eyes, then she does the and she runs up and tries to hit.
So you guys watch as Ozla breaks into one of these very rare rages. She stomps the ground, and the flagstone in a perfect circle cracks beneath her. And as soon as you hear the roar ripple through the air, Nox, Fenkin, and Dhuur'in. The day is completely clear. It's a very sunny, nice day out. And yet, the unmistakable sound of a thunder crack plays out in the skies. And Ozla, make your attack. And
do this attack and get a natural one. Watch.
After that badass.
She looks so badass and she trips as she walks up.
She's a pumpkin behind her.
So
this is how Gesh dies then.
Yes.
You can do it. He's only on 4 health.
So as a quick reminder, Ozza, while you're raging, you have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. When you make a melee weapon using strength, you gain a bonus to a damage roll that increases as you gain levels as a barbarian. So when you roll this attack, your bonus for that attack is going to be +2.
I didn't know that.
Very nice.
That's for the damage roll, not the attack. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
Dhuur'in shouts, and it's the loudest you've ever heard him shout, "Don't kill him!"
Oh.
No promises! Alright, how do I do a attack roll again? It's been a while.
It's pinned in campaign questions.
I will find it.
Can you grapple him?
She's already initiated the attack.
Already in the range.
It's already time to go.
Okay,
Just don't bash his head in.
Oh, I haven't been adding my proficiency points to the attack rolls.
6.
7, 2. So 7, 8. And then what's the extra that I get to add on?
That's for damage if you hit. That's.
Oh, okay. I got 14.
14. Okay. And you added your strength?
Yes. Oh wait. No, I didn't. Oh, 18.
There you go. Okay.
He's dead.
So
sorry, Dhuur'in.
That definitely does hit. Hang on. Sorry, I have to check something real quick. I apologize.
Please don't kill him!
Give me like 2 seconds.
Whoops.
I'm sorry. I know combat drags on, and I apologize. I really need to buy a bookmark. I really need to invest in a fucking bookmark. Am I even looking at the right? Yeah, I'm looking at the right. God, I want to die. So quick, somebody play music. So
with this wood in my shoulder, yeah, I can.
No, stop. Actually, this makes it worse. Stop. Actually, makes it worse. This is worse. Wait, this is worse. No.
Won't you spend
That's from Until Dawn, right?
It is in Until Dawn. Yeah.
It's in Until Dawn. It's in Supernatural.
Oh, Jack.
Okay, yeah. So that definitely does hit. Go ahead and roll your damage for your warhammer.
How do I roll damage now? Is it the... Where's my... DA? Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, wait, do I even have... I do have a DA. Okay. Plus 2 bludgeoning. And then I add another plus 2 onto the damage.
You do, yeah.
Oh god.
9.
Oh, don't die, don't die, don't die!
Please, 1 health point.
Let's see. Does that kill him? Let's have a look.
He's dead.
No.
I'm sorry, Dhuur'in, you could have made a connection, but...
Well, you just did make a connection with your hammer. In fact, you added your plus 2, right? So that's a total of...
Yeah. Yeah.
9?
9, yes.
9, okay.
I'm trying to do the maths again in my head. 7, 8... Wait, no, 5, 6, 7, 8... Yeah, okay, I'm done.
So D8 plus your strength plus the plus 2.
9.
Okay. So you swing your hammer, and Gesh, the blade was in you as Ozla took her swing, but as you hear this horrible crunch of bone, you feel the blade lift out of the gore that is now your shoulder, and you watch as this hammer cleaves right into Galevok's chest and sends him flying across the flagstone, kind of like an anime character that's been punched really hard, and you just kind of like. And Ozla lands at your feet, kind of doing a superhero landing, and you can tell from the anger radiating off of her that she's currently in rage mode. Speaking of which, Fenkin, you just watched your pint-sized friend do some pretty serious fucking damage.
Yeah, that's a normal day for me. Jesus. All right. Is he still alive?
Oh, he's still very much alive. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank God.
How far away am I from Gesh?
I wasn't keeping good notes. Hang on.
I was pretty close behind Ozla, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, you went far.
I'm gonna say that you were kind of right behind Ozla, so I'm gonna say that's about 20 feet.
Alright, I would like to move up to Gesh and use Cure Wounds on Gesh.
You have Cure Wounds? Oh yeah, you have Cure
Wounds.
Yeah, you have
I have
Cure
Cure
Wounds.
Wounds.
Okay, yeah.
You have Cure Wounds? I have Cure Wounds.
Why am I the only person ever using Cure Wounds?
When I leveled up.
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
It's the first time. I've only used one spell before, and that was
That's allowed.
last time.
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't even add your plus when you attacked when you used that spell.
Okay,
Yes.
so go ahead and roll 1d8 plus your spell casting, which is for rangers, I believe, wisdom? Yes, wisdom. It should be on your character sheet. Again, I would also like to apologize. I know combat drags on a little longer. I'm trying to figure out how to make it a little more fun for everybody. So I do
It's so
apologize.
enjoyable.
Oh, it's super fun.
Okay.
You're good.
Yeah, it's fun so far, man.
So I got a 7.
Okay, so go ahead and heal up 7 points, Gesh, as you feel a dainty half-elven hand kind of grace your shoulder, and you feel kind of the muscle and the tendons moving back into place in your shoulder. It would otherwise be a very unpleasant feeling, but this is very warm. And if you happen to look down, you can see that like green vines are sprouting at the edge of your wounds. They kind of clasp over it, and when they kind of rot away and die, there's only just scar flesh left over.
So he does that to him, and then he's like sort of panting out of breath because he rushed up to him, and he's like, "You owe me one now."
I've never run this far in my life. Noxy.
Okay.
You look up to see that Galevok is kind of like pouncing on the ground now. He's got his scissors in his hands, and he's kind of snarling like.
Right. What do I want to do? Give me 1 second. Sorry, let me look at what my spells can do.
I imagine the crowd is just a bunch of onlookers now, peeking out from behind buildings.
Yeah, people have gotten the fuck away from this whole scene.
This must be pretty awful to witness.
Giving a real great name to the rest of the Drow here, buddy.
Do I want to do this? Okay. Oh, I don't actually know if that's going to help. Okay. Sorry, I'm looking at my spells, trying to determine what is going to be the most helpful here.
Yep, no, take your time. We are in
Yeah, don't worry. You know, my wound's fine now. So
that's true. You're not actively bleeding out, so it could certainly be worse. Okay. I would like to. Oh, okay. I want to shoot an arrow. I want to specifically shoot for his wrist because I would like to try to basically pin his hand to the ground.
All right. I'm going to say make an attack roll with disadvantage.
And I would like to use my inspiration point.
Ooh.
Yeah, sure. Okay, go ahead.
So just regular.
Yeah.
Like regular attack. Okay. Big money, no whammies. Wait, what's my +5? Okay. What is that? 18.
Shit! Alright, so... God damn it! Okay.
It's a hit. Yeah.
Knocks 1, cover 0.
Basically what happened is I have this roll for disarm attempts. Where if my character's strength check beats your attack roll, it doesn't work.
Right. And
it just very much worked. So,
fuck yeah.
God fucking.
Okay.
So
should I roll damage?
Yeah, go ahead and roll damage. Shit.
It's not gonna do a ton. She was really just trying to disarm him.
Watch his hand come clean off.
Disgusting. 86? 96. Okay.
If it's a short bow, yeah, it's 1d6.
That is an 8 damage.
God damn. All right.
Localized to his wrist entirely.
At this time of year, in this location, localized
entirely in your kitchen.
So, with incredible focus, you draw your bow back and you fire. And time seems to slow as you all watch this arrow sail towards Galevok's wrist, which is all the way back here. And you watch as the arrow pierces his wrist, and he screams in agony. His hands finally opening, and the scissors clanking down to the flagstone. And as he stands up, there's this moment of like, ah, fuck!
I know it. I wrote it in chat. I know it.
And he looks at everybody. He sees like the blood and everybody before him, and he's like, "What the hell's going on?" And before he can get that next sentence out, you hear a very deep booming voice. You hear, "Whiskey sour!"
Oh God!
What?
Suddenly Galevok is totally cut off as a massive fist just slams into the side of his face.
Detroit smash!
And there's almost the sound of like a miniature explosion as he suddenly sent flying, snapped off to the left into a building, which crumbles behind him as he slams into the wall and kind of makes a crater behind him. And
he's dead.
in his place is a very big, tall, mustachioed man who you recognize as Dudley Von Dudley.
God damn it, Dudley!
His right fist is smoking off the
God.
a bit, and you can see that he's holding kind of like a wicker basket of groceries in it, and his other hand also.
I was just gonna say.
And his other hand, also holding groceries, is up like this, and he turns to you all and he says, "You're lucky I was out running errands."
You idiot!
Everyone's just stunned, like.
Can I go to my drow friend?
Sure, yeah. So, as things begin to calm down a bit, with Dudley Von Dudley standing heroically in the middle of the road, Dhuur'in scampers over to you scamper on over to Galebok, who is kind of like stuck in the stone of the wall again, kind of like an anime character who's just got his shit rocked. So what exactly are you doing?
I'm gonna try to peel him out of the wall.
Do you want to make any kind of check first to see if he's like? Well, he's clearly injured. He has arrows in him, but but like,
and I hit him really hard.
What's that?
I hit him really hard.
You did hit him really hard earlier.
And
You did blow his shit up.
I'll apologize in Undercommon and tell him it was necessary.
So, as you kind of like peel him from the wall, he's still conscious, and as you talk to him, he responds in common, very like groggily, just like, "You do me an honor, Admiral, but my dance card is full," and then he.
I got his like arm over my shoulders. I'm holding him up,
dragging him along.
Can those others also do actions now?
Yeah, of course, absolutely, yeah.
Because I would like Fenkin to sort of like rush on his skinny little leggies up to the scissors and like stand like this and be like, "Nobody come close! Nobody come close to the scissors!"
So you're getting close to the scissors there, Fenkin? All right.
Oh no!
I'm not touching them.
But you're not touching them. Okay. All right. So as you start calling out for people not to get close to it, in the very back of your mind, oh man, scratching at the floorboards.
He turns to us. I'm like, "Whack me!"
Dudley saunters over to you and is like, "What exactly happened here? Is everybody all right?" Well, clearly that chap isn't.
I try to feed Galevok. Do I have a cure potion? I don't think I have one.
No. Is anything happening to Fenkin other than being like in a trance, listening to words?
You're not in a trance. You just hear this whisper like by your ear. So everybody else, you're kind of watching as Dhuur'in is kind of helping Galevok along. Galevok, who looks alive but not great. He's got that arrow shaft still kind of like stuck in him. Both the arrowhead and the tail end has been snapped away after Dudley Von Dudley whiskey soured him into the wall. That's not a sentence I thought I would ever say. But And you also see Fenkin kind of like keeping everybody away from the scissors, and Dudley standing there with his groceries, just like. So what's everybody else doing?
I'm gonna wave at Nox's belt where I see other cure wound potions. Like, give me one of those.
Give me one. She has 2 basic health potions. So she sees that, and then she comes over. She kind of detaches one from her belt and holds it out to them. And she's like looking very, very eyes narrowed, very not necessarily suspiciously, but warily more at Galvok, as if she's just like, kind of tense, making sure he's not about to lose his shit again. But she will offer them her health potion. Yeah, she has a basic health potion for him.
As you do this, Galvok kind of like comes to again, and he's like, "Kitty cat."
Poor man.
I'm gonna put him down like against a wall and try to like feed him a potion.
Okay, so
I would like Fenkin to sort of notice maybe the suspicion or like see something on Nox's expression, and I would like him to sort of, as he's listening and like kind of looking around himself, like where the voice is coming from, he seems to realize something. If it's alright for him to realize that the sisters are talking to him and say it out loud, or do I have to roll anything for that?
Roll an insight check for me.
Okay.
Ooh.
I got a 6.
Okay.
You don't know shit.
The voice is completely normal to you.
all you can really tell is that there's something very bad news about these scissors. You can't really tell exactly what it is, but as you turn around to look at the scissors, you can't take your eyes off them. They look so beautiful, so
shiny,
polished there against the flagstone. Even covered in blood as they are, it's the most magnificent, beautiful pairs of scissors that you've ever seen in your life.
Oh, the outfits you could make.
And once again, in your mind, you hear a whisper. Fenkin.
Okay, so...
Yeah. What's up, Gesh? What's up?
He doesn't actually know anything about it yet, does he? So, I don't know. I'd be metagaming.
Okay. And with that in mind, Fenkin, make a charisma saving throw.
Oh shit! Oh god!
What did it say? What saving throw?
Make a charisma saving throw.
Oh god!
How do I make saving throws?
Saving throw is a d20 plus your saving throw bonus, which is above your skills.
It's the small dot.
Alright, hold on. I accidentally zoomed in my entire page. Hold on.
Galvok heals for 6 points.
All right.
Yay!
Good boy.
Fenkin.
Fenkin.
No!
Fenkin.
Oh, no. Oh no.
That's one. Oh no! No!
It was a natural one?
A natural 1 because I had d20 and then plus 2 and I got a 3.
Well...
Oh Jesus. Oh Christ.
I got some news for you.
All right.
Guess what I rolled?
Uh-oh.
Yes!
Wow.
Oh my god.
You are a lucky son of a bitch, because for a moment, you desperately wanted to pick up the scissors, but then you remember the images flash in your mind of what happened to the very timid Galevok, and you take a step back, and the whispers cut away as soon as you do.
So he seems to sort of be lost in a trance for a moment and takes a half step closer to the scissors, seemingly wanting to reach out and touch them. And then, as Connor described, he sort of like seems to wake up with a gasp and stumbles a step back, and he suddenly yells out again, "Don't come close to the scissors, something is wrong."
I want to say that where she stood, Ozla, like, she sort of looks up at Gesh and she's like, "Don't talk about it," and then turns around and she goes to Fen, and because she's worried, well, when she saw Fen, it was like the first time they've been separated in the last game, and she saw him covered completely in his own blood, completely bandaged up. So the entire time since, she's been clung to his side, and now's no different. So she looks at Gesh and says, "Don't talk about it," and then turns and walks towards Fen, and she's about to tell him, like, say, like, "Take off your shirt," but then he says that, and she's like, "What the fuck's going on?"
Ozla, coming down from your rage, you still feel the adrenaline pumping through your system, because the rage is a very battle-hardened state. Everything but battle turns off in your brain, so you're still kind of like shaking, and you still feel very energized. But as you, Fenkin, you watch as she walks over, and that, as Sophie described, yeah.
He reaches an arm out to sort of keep her away, and he's like, don't come any closer."
"What are you on about? Just come here. Let me have a look at your wound. Come here."
Hold on, wait. We can't just leave them here. Someone might come close to them, and he can't really talk coherently because he's still sort of like,
"What are you going on about that?"
So, Fenkin, Dudley notices that you're breathing very heavily, and you seem very panicked. And being the perfect host that he is down at the Leaky Tap, he drops his groceries and he says, "It's perfectly fine. It's all right. Come here." And he throws his arms around you and pulls you into this bone-crushing hug, and you feel your face kind of like crushed in between these two huge pecs.
Perfect.
Dhuur'in looking on like, I wish that were me.
And he's just like, "It's all right. It's all over now."
whose breathing was already labored, he's sort of smushed into these perfect tits, and it's just like, can't breathe.
I like to imagine that Ozla just hears a muffled
When she hears that, she's just like, "Okay."
Oh my god.
He doesn't have enough strength left in his body to like wiggle free, so he's just like,
"Cat, get off me."
So
she's gone.
So while he's Gesh, are you doing anything while this is happening before I say anything else? Gesh and Nox?
Are there any Crown's Guard nearby?
Yes, in fact. Behind you guys, you kind of hear like the telltale sound of iron boots against the flagstone, and if anybody turns around, you'll see that the red tiefling captain and a regiment of guards are kind of like making their way up the street, kind of like not like pushing and shoving through people, but kind of like trying to maneuver around. You see one guard kind of like with his spear in the air because he doesn't want to accidentally stab anybody, but he's having like a real tough time getting through the crowd. But Gesh, are you doing anything?
Yeah, Gesh is gonna go over to help the Drow that we just beat the shit out of.
Galevok.
Just
Poor little boy.
Yeah, so stands in front of him and like trying to make sure that there's at least a barrier between that Drow and all the guards that are just rushing over.
Oh, good boy, Gesh.
If he's doing what I think he's doing, you just earned yourself an inspiration. Is he doing what I think he's doing?
Well, I mean, what do you think he's doing?
Keeping Galevok from getting hate crimed.
Yes.
Take an inspiration.
There's like a whole mob of Crown's Guard that know that he's the one that ran away. So you kind of have to just stand there so they don't just kill him.
Immediately shoot him. Yeah.
Two Drow.
Take an inspiration, my man. You got inspiration now.
Okay.
As this is happening, Ozla, can you go ahead and make me an investigation check real quick? Actually,
I can.
No. Perception check.
Okay. Back on. Perception.
I can't believe I almost get possessed by a pair of scissors.
Is that plus? Okay. 6.
Okay. Fortunately, this was not a very hard check for you to make. Because you look up and you see that you're kind of like right next to kind of like an open air blacksmith's area. In fact, as you look up, you guys remember the white Dragonborn from before with like the blacksmith's apron who opened up the doors to tell everybody about the murder. He's kind of pinned up against a wall, just like not saying anything, clearly terrified by whatever the fuck just happened.
Yeah, that's fair.
But you also see right next to him an open, active smelter. And as you look at the smelter, you also look down at the scissors, and you kind of start thinking about like how worried Fenkin was about these. And you're not a very bright halfling.
No.
But when the time comes, you know what needs to be done.
Come on, Frodo. Throw the ring at the volcano.
Wait, but like if she touches it, she's not gonna want to go.
Touch it with a cloth. Don't touch it directly.
Wait, she gets
It even affects you. It affects you even if you don't touch it, though. So like even getting close is going to do that. We're gonna have to do some very good rolls here, or
kick it.
Attacking.
I kind of want to like golf smash it in with a hammer.
Nox has mage hands. Nox has mage hands. Nox has mage hands.
Yeah. Nox does have mage hands.
Does Ozla know Nox has mage hand?
I don't know. I think she does.
Probably not. I don't think she's ever used it in front of them.
Mm.
But she does have it.
If I'm thinking how she fucking react, I think she would pick it up.
She can do it. I mean,
I don't want to fight Ozla with
she's coming out of a rage. So
oh my god, what if she hurts Finn? Oh my god!
Well, okay, here's the thing. There's a lot of people nearby. We're all very on edge. If she does touch it and go crazy, I think she can get her shit knocked out immediately. I think you can bet that we're all ready to intercept.
She has
okay. But considering how but the Crown's Guard put us all in like temporary like lockdown sort of. So I don't think they're gonna be very soft with how they deal with a mind controlled Ozla, you know?
Ozla, how good is your wisdom saving throw for me? I'm not asking for the scissors. I'm asking for me.
Oh god.
My wisdom is -1.
Cool. Awesome.
I just wanted to know,
great.
just in case.
Amazing. Oh god.
I think she's gonna pick it up and try and throw it.
Okay.
Oh no.
So, let me get my notes.
My poor girl.
I warned you! Oh my god, she never listens!
She's an idiot!
So, Ozla,
Hi.
as you stoop down to pick up the scissors, you touch them. The steel of the scissors handles feel cold. Colder than anything you've ever felt. Colder than any winter's bite. It feels like your skin is sticking to an icicle from which you can't peel your flesh away without tearing it. As soon as the very tips of your fingers come into contact with the perfectly polished metal, You feel the cold arc up your arm like a bolt of lightning, into your chest and around your heart. You feel it squeeze the tender organ like a vice, and the world around you turns black as you freeze in place. Before you stands a man, obscenely tall, obscenely skinny. A black robe of flickering shadows hiding what you know in your heart of hearts to be a truly ghastly form. A featureless face stares down at you from above, before the figure slowly lowers its fleshy head mere inches away from your nose. The skin of the face splits to reveal a wide grin that permeates the entirety of the being's face. And hands like cold tendrils reach up to touch your cheeks, and it whispers to you in 1,000 voices. Knock. Knock. And I would like you to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh.
It's just Dhuur'in.
It's just Dhuur'in.
Oh, Dhuur'in's nightmares. She's fine now.
Yeah.
Charisma. 10.
10.
Oh.
You said? Hang on.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
He gets an 11.
Wait, hang on.
Oh God. Oh no.
Dhuur'in.
This creature has been in the hands of thousands of people. It's taken thousands upon thousands of lives. It has spilled oceans of blood and gore. It has taken the lives of kings, queens, perhaps even gods. But it has never met someone like you, Ozla Highhill. As the being smiles, you feel deep within you a rage build. A rage unlike anything you've ever felt before. Before you stands a creature that is everything wrong in the world. A creature that should not be. And where most people's reaction to this creature, to this being of eternal hate and agony, where most people's reaction would be fear or to run away and cower, you only react as you have always reacted. You feel as you have always felt. Anger, rage, battle, the storm. And as your eyes turn white, as you open your mouth to roar, there is a thunderclap, louder, 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 again and again. Lightning surges through this world of black as you scream in rage. The creature's smile fades, and it too begins to scream, louder and louder, trying to match yours, but it can't possibly hope to. And with one final thunderous roar, you stamp your foot to the ground, and you obliterate the creature with one single roar.
Oh.
That's my girl!
And when your eyes open, you stand in Zadash, upon the white flagstone, surrounded by the people you know as your friends. In your hands, you hold dread shears.
I further the smell.
Make an attack roll.
She makes it.
Actually, make me a dexterity check.
Okay. Oh well. Where's the again? 19.
That's still
Oh.
okay.
Jesus.
Still with the adrenaline flashing through you, still with the sounds of thunder clapping and echoing in your mind, with all the power and anger and rage you can muster, you howl again and you fling dread shears through the air, and it lands directly in the open mouth of the smelter.
Oh.
There's a sound of sizzling metal, and everybody hears this blood-curdling screech. From the molten metal deep within the smelter, you see two white hands shakily grasp the side of the mouth and pull open.
Oh my God.
You see a featureless head you see it split open and scream in agony as it burns and burns and burns, until finally it's sucked back into the smelter, and the sound is no more.
Did I see that, or was that just like a vision for her?
And with that, we're going to take a break.
Oh!
Yay!
Oh, yeah!